sealing those wounds and stuff. Set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got Cat 7 tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff. Set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got Cat 7 tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff. Set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serve and tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serve and tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serve and tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile. Guys, we got like 3 minutes. If you want to go hit the head and then come back, you got 3 minutes. All right? You good with that? Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. We've got cat serving tourniquets. You know you need to have one of them, but we also got our TR EDC med kits. These are vacuum sealed, packed by North American Rescue. They have got their 4-inch mini responder dressing, a 2-pack of hyphen vented chest seals, roll of 100 inches of 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape for sealing those wounds and stuff, set of large gloves, and then if you get the basic kit, it's got a roll of compressed gauze, literally a whole roll of gauze for packing wounds in that little pack right there, vacuum sealed. If you go with the advanced kit, it is filled with quick clot gauze. Same thing, it's gauze, it's just impregnated with the quick clot agent. Again, good stuff, vacuum sealed, approved by TSA to carry on planes, going to schools, kids' book bags, whatever. You can check them out at tacticalrifleman.com. Go to our store there. Hey guys, I want to let you know that our medical gear is back in stock. You can find it.
Coming right there.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? You guys ready for another Tactical Tuesday live stream? I'm here with, right now I got Randy Worst chilling like a villain, right? But I got Steve Holland here. I've got Emery Morgenstern. I've got a bunch of you guys. So anyways, we've had us a great time today. We have been out, no joke. What have we been doing, Randy? We have been putting a new fence around the pool because the big news here on the hill, you guys know I live on what we call the hill, my homestead. We got our fruit tree orchard. I got my honeybees. We got the shed, and then we got the bobcat and the dump truck. We got everything spread out. It's gorgeous. I have my father-in-law's house, my brother-in-law's house. My son's living up on the hill now. My Aunt Helen and Aunt David. David raises Black Angus. And we have one other house on the hill, and my niece and nephew and baby Ada just moved in. So I now have the entire family on the hill. So I'm very, very happy about it. But the cool part about it is baby Ada, because you guys know I love baby Ada. But I have a swimming pool in the backyard. So I needed to put a fence around my pool because she's coming up on 5. Her birthday is Cinco de Mayo. And she's taking swimming lessons, but you don't want to take any chances, right? So I bought the fence 4 years ago when I was hoping they would move to the hill, and it's been sitting. So anyways, we got around to putting up the fence, and it's not all the way up yet. I have Randy and Emery. Randy, I can't say enough thank you. Poor guy's got to drive home tonight. He lives over an hour away. Emery's going to spend the night here in the guest bedroom. But then Randy's coming back again tomorrow to help us again. You're going to make coffee at 9.
Yeah.
We do coffee at 9. And then there are certain rituals you need to have in your life, you know. And but I can't thank you enough for all the hard work today. It started off slow because right where the very first post was, that's where the concrete retaining wall was. And so they're drilling. They got concrete drill bits out, and they're drilling and drilling and drilling, and then they're chiseling away. And we had pickaxes, and I was like, we're not off to a good start. But we got 2 walls up, short side of the pool, and halfway down the other side. And my wife doesn't want it to go around the back of the fire pit. She wants it on the pool side of the fire pit. I don't know. All I know is happy wife, happy life. So even though I bought fencing to go curve it around the fire pit, she's making me put a couple extra right angles in. Anyways, I will be sure to get you guys pictures of it. I will, but not right now. So anyways, this is the part where I ask you guys, can you hear me okay? All right. And I'm hoping that you can. All right, let's see. You guys can hear me okay. All right, I'm hoping you guys can hear us. All right, awesome. All right, I've got 1,000 things going on that I want to chat with you guys about, indeed. All right, but first off, and I got Steve. Steve's going to be a guest tonight. Well, we got Randy. Let's hit up Randy. What is new with Randy Rawhide Worst? All right. What's new with Randy, guys? What's new, Randy?
Slave labor. I love this guy's my brother. I'll come here and work anytime, but I grew up on a ranch. We had 5 miles of fence.
Don't tell him, but I'm going to pay him tomorrow.
I'm worried about that. But it was a challenge. I've never, barbed wire fences and the wooden rail fences I've put miles and miles up.
You were probably splitting logs for fences with Abraham Lincoln.
No, but I have split them. Abe wasn't there, but...
How many people out there can say they've split logs for split log fences? I mean, seriously, who does that anymore, Randy?
They don't.
Nobody does that. Nobody does that. I think that's cool. I think that's cool that you've done that. I really do. I think that's pretty cool.
My dad started us off at 10 years old. Now, he'd stand there, but you ran chainsaws, taught you how to split wood.
At 10 years old.
At 10 years old. He said, "What do you think I got the boys for?"
You're right. Yeah. Why did you have the boys for?
We had 260 acres of hay and 23 horses. It was a lot of work to do. 5 miles of ditches. So, yeah, we worked.
Good stuff. So anyways, that's what's new with us. We got a few other things going on. The other thing, we just wrapped up Precision Rifle. That was last week. We already did a live stream the final day. So we're recovering from that. Randy's been working on our moving target back at his house. But the big thing that's new with us is we have got Mountain Readiness Expo coming up. And it is the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of May. If you guys have not heard of Mountain Readiness Expo, just Google it, mountainreadinessexpo.com. The biggest bushcraft event in the U.S. There's some real big one. And I'm not going to say the name of it, but basically it has... they just held it, and it had a lot less people sign up this year than Mountain Readiness has. So Mountain Readiness, they've still got Steve Hollins wanting to come in the door. There's still plenty of slots open. There's not going to be. He's hoping to get 2,000 people. He's not going to have 2,000 people there because the Biden economy is bad, and people just don't have disposable income. Number one, but number two, Trump got elected, so everybody thinks peace has broken out. And don't get me wrong, I love Trump. I love the idea of tariffs. I never would have thought of that. But understand, conservative people, good people, notice I said good people. Good people don't burn down cities when they want to protest. That's only the libtards. And I hate to say it, but there's going to be, you need to be ready, guys. So anyways, if you want to learn new cool skills, Mountain Readiness Expo, it is 2, 3, and 4 May, and it's in North Carolina. It's about 5 hours drive from here, about 5 hours. We're looking at 5, almost 6 hours because that portion of the highway is still out on I-40 heading east. But yeah, I mentioned because last year I went to go be one of their little, and they bring in a bunch of subject matter experts there. Angry American was there, and all these other field craft and homesteading and homeopathic stuff, and just all these outdoors. They have and they're not, a lot of them are not gun people. They're just not. They're outdoorsy people. We had a great time. It was my first time ever going, and I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I agreed to go camp on site. They set me up a little classroom. I was a big tent, and we had TV and everything. And they're like, "Carl, what do you want to teach?" I'm like, "What is it?" And they're like, "It's all like 1 hour, 2 hour seminars. You can do classes, do whatever you want. You can do one class and do it 10 times. You can do 10 classes. You can do whatever you want." And I thought about it, and I was like, I end up sending them a list of hip pocket training, stuff that if you went to any Green Beret non-commissioned officer, even though he was a warrant, he started off as an NCO, and you said, "Hey, we need a 1 hour class." Okay, we bend over, we pull that thing out of our ass, and we teach about it. And it's not hard to do. So I gave them a list of like 10 classes, and pick whichever ones you want. Well, he put all of them on there, all of them. So I did combat mindset, situational awareness. I did how to set up your AR, how to set up your body armor, off-road vehicle recovery, how to use a high lift jack, how to use a winch, how to use kinetic ropes, tow ropes. I did women's only AR-15. Emery did reverse grip knife fighting, and the list just went on and on and on. Well, Randy came in the last day to do 5 days of TR classes with us, and I started showing it to him, and I was like, "Randy, you are a natural for this. Survival classes, fire building, everything that Randy likes to teach, this is the perfect place to do it." So anyways, we've talked Randy into coming. We've got Alan Kay is going to be there. Angry American's going to be there. And these guys are all teaching classes on their own. Randy is teaching classes with Tactical Rifleman. But again, they're 1 hour, 2 hour seminars. The final schedule is going to be put out, I want to say, later this week. What's today, Tuesday? I think it's going out this week, guys. And the cool part, though, is my wife she's riding down there with me, all right? But she's coming down with me. She was going to fly in. She was going to skip Friday. But I'm like, no, you need to come in Friday because I've got a couple classes that I want my wife to sit through. I want her to actually sit through my classes. So she's going to come sit through my classes on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday are mostly Randy and Emery's classes. I've got, we're doing women's only AR-15 first thing Saturday morning. Because again, I want the wife to do that class. But after that, my wife has a list of classes that she wants me to do with her that other instructors are doing. So if you want to get out there and do great training, not just with us, but with a lot of the other great instructors that are out there, I can't say enough about it. So Mountain Readiness, you can check it out at mountainreadiness.com. All right. Yeah, you go to their website, you check it out. And guys, like I said, 2, 3, and 4 May, they've got people doing how to slaughter chickens and prepare them, how to make medicinal honey with all the different herbs in it. And there's just so much great stuff going on. I'm going to be doing off-road vehicle recovery. I'm also doing, that's me right there, doing women's only AR-15. But we're going to do, we're also going to do austere vehicle repairs. So like how to patch a bullet hole in a radiator, how to, how to plug a tire when you don't have a plug kit, how to reseat the bead on your tire, without a tire shop. There's just so much great stuff that's going to be going on there. And I really want to invite everybody to come out to it. I really, really do. All right. So great class indeed. It ends on Sunday. We are staying there for 5 more days, Monday through Friday. There's a nearby range. It's about 40 minutes away. And I'm going to be moving my camper. But we are doing 5 days of normal tactical rifleman classes. Now those classes you got to sign up at tacticalrifleman.com, and they're actually on sale because I want this event to be a blistering success. I really do. So the classes are on sale. So combat pistol, which is on Monday, instead of it being $375, it's $300 a day. Saves you 20%. And Tuesday and Wednesday is combat pistol carbine. There's a night shoot on Tuesday night. We're not doing a live stream that day. The Thursday is carbine zero mastery. You're going to get data on your rifle out to 400 meters. And then the last day, Friday, is battle rifle 1. Now, to do battle rifle 1, you have to have taken our combat pistol course ahead of time. And but anyways, you sign up for those classes at tacticalrifleman.com. All right. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All right. So I'm gonna leave you guys. So what's new with you, Randy? Tell them a little bit about the class you got planned.
I have a bunch of them I'm going to do. I'm going to obviously show them how I build my fire. So it has fire needs fuel, heat, and oxygen. So I'm going to show my Lincoln log method. Then I'm going to lay out all different types of ways of action. Let's say you want to light the fire. All the different methods they have for lighting fire. What I use, what I don't use, why that. Different techniques. I use my candles that people use for lighting the fire. Why I choose my candles over that. I'll lay out a bunch of different knives, explain what you can do with them, what you can't do with them. I have a pair of Bino that you put on your chest that the company makes in Red River Tactical Holsters, making a holster for me. They make the platform for it, but everybody, including myself, uses Safariland, and they don't have that. So I'll be demonstrating that, showing how then you could just have your pistol here with your binos, and that's pretty scored away. I'll do.
Richard Bowl threw down 10 bones and said, "Good evening, Carl and Randy." I just want to say Richard said hi.
Cool. I'm going to bring a splitting, one of my small splitting logs, and I'm going to show people how to split wood. There's a technique for that. So I have different axes and why I use them and what you can do with them. Let's see, clothing. I'm going to go over clothing that you wear for different situations and items that people don't think about for survival. And I'll put together a little thing
I thought that was a great class idea. Things that guys don't think about.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna. I'm looking forward to sitting through that one myself.
And then hopefully we don't have to do it, but I can go through my truck. When I say no pickup truck has more survival and rescue gear in it, I mean it. Not unless you have a camper full. I have no camper. So
he's got his toolbox in the back, and then basically every orifice of the vehicle he's got stuffed everywhere.
So
that's good coffee, dude. That is real good
cool.
coffee. So we had Easter, and I don't know if you guys knew, but I gave up creamer for Lent, and Lent's over. So now I'm back to 8 shots of espresso, and then you froth up some Italian sweet cream. Man, that is the bomb right there. That is the bomb indeed. Very, very awesome. All right. So you excited about the classes that we're doing afterwards?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
We're gonna have a good time. We really are. I'm honest, guys. I'm hoping that you guys can make it. I know the economy's tight, and we have other classes. Like I just had a couple more people signed up today for September classes. But if you're available, if you can get the time off, mountain readiness is it's a I'd say once a year, but I had never even seen anything like it. I thought it was so cool. And it rained cats and dogs on us last year. It rained every freaking day. My poor wife having to get out of her side of the camper, and I got a little shower curtain set up for you to take a shower, but I also got her little porta potty in there. My camper's got a little porta potty. But the rain just crashing down. I felt bad for her, but not that bad, But one thing I learned was, because I actually put a tarp over it. She asked me to put a tarp over it, and I did, but it started holding water, and I bet that tarp was holding like 25 gallons of water. So she's in there on her little porta potty, all scrunched down because of the ceiling. So anyway, she has a nice enclosed room that comes out on her side of the camper now. And we've been rained on and everything works good. She's got a heater and an air conditioner. She's not roughing it too bad. But now Randy, I'm putting Randy in a tent with Emery. So he can fight with Emery on who can snore the most.
That'll be Emery.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Going to be a good time indeed. I got some buddies of mine coming out. You guys know Karen and Toby from the chat room. They are coming out for Mountain Readiness. Toby is going to take a couple of the classes with us the following week. Karen's got to work. But you guys know when I go to Moab, Utah, and the Rockies, I have my Tactical Rifleman Overland team, and that includes Karen and Toby. But there's some other Jeeps on that team, and one of them is this big Gladiator. It's called my buddy Mickey and his girlfriend Melissa. Well, they're coming for Mountain Readiness. And then he's staying for the whole 5 days of classes. So he's gonna have his camper. Toby's gonna have his little off-road camper. I'm gonna have my little off-road camper. And then right next at the other end will be Angry American and Angry Mel.
Yeah.
With their camper. And yeah, we're gonna have us a good time. We really are. We're gonna have us a good time.
Well, last year, I know Steve's got to get in here, but last year, who was that place we were going to? And okay, I'm from Wyoming. If you screw with people in Wyoming, you just disappear, right?
Yeah.
But they're like normal cowboys. But we were in this area where they even shot the fire chief's wife when they came to put out their fire. Remember the places where nobody goes, and we were lost, and we were driving around in that area. Nobody messed with us, but
yeah, nobody's gonna. Don't let Randy scare you off. It was a good time.
No, you guys wouldn't go there, but we were the wrong vehicles to mess with if that were to happen.
Hey guys, I got Steve Holland here, and we have a lot of great SF buddies, and one of them is named Bernie Dodds. Steve, did you hear about Bernie's mom just passed away?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Bernie Dodds, one of my assaulters while I was a young assaulter, and then I made Master Sergeant, I think, while he was at E7. Great assaulter. Bernie was terrible with a pistol, but he was awesome with a rifle. He lost his dad about a year ago. He just lost his mom, I think, yesterday. He's in good spirits, but for all my SF brothers out there that are watching this thing, and I ask that Steve pass it on to because Steve networks with everybody in 5th Special Forces Group. I ask that everybody give Bernie Dodds their condolences and keep him and his family in their prayers. All right, it sucks to lose a loved one like that.
Cool.
The Gustache just threw down a super chat. All right. The Gustache 2531. Man, his mom must have had a shit ton of kids. You got to give him a 4-digit number. All right. Great to see Randy. I'm so envious of his mustache. Where was Randy 54 years ago when my mom was single? I could have had a great mustache and live up to my nickname, the Gustache. Where were you 54 years ago?
So I was a fireman then.
You weren't married then?
No.
So
I didn't get married
Lydia's
till.
not watching, right?
No, I wasn't married till I was 27.
You never know, dude. You never know. But like you said, you didn't get the mustache. So his daughters didn't get the mustache either.
They got the dimple, though.
They got the dimple. Good stuff. John Massey threw one down. Hey, Randy, you're going to display your hatchet throwing techniques. Wow. Dude, he just kicked you right in the nuts.
No, because I don't want to endanger everything. In fact, I am showing how you can set up your slingshot, but I'm not going to shoot anything. I don't want. We were there last year. I just think it would be unsafe.
There's too many people. It's at a big fairgrounds, guys, and there's a lot of people. Like when I do women's only AR-15 there, it is. We literally make sure no live ammo at all. We make all the husbands leave because they, the wives are just under pressure from having the husband watching them. So we make all the husbands leave, but we make sure there's no ammo, and we give them dummy rounds to jam in their magazines. So and we're the ones with the dummy rounds. So we've double checked. We make sure there's zero chance of there being a live round, 0 chance. And but yeah, we can't have any live ammo. But women's only AR-15 is how to load, unload, deal with malfunctions, how to go standing, kneeling, prone, how to mount the gun, how to load it. Speed reloads, tac mag reloads, things like that. It's only a couple hours long, but when we first did it, you missed it. You showed up the next day.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect. And I thought that, because I know it's something that wives need, because husbands are not good at teaching their wives how to shoot. I got that. And that's the job of a Green Beret, right? A Green Beret, if I can teach a Jordanian how to shoot, I can teach an American spouse. So that's why I looked at it. I'm like, I can teach Jundis, all right? But the wives showed up with husbands. And these husbands are like, all right, honey, here's your rifle. And the wives are like skittish about touching the thing. And here's your 2 empty magazines. Don't you get these magazines mixed up with someone else's magazines? These are ours. They're marked. You see how I marked them? These are my initials right here. And a lot of the wives were just skittish. And you could tell the husbands had good guns, but they gave their wives their other gun, the one that wasn't so good. And I expect guys to do that, right? Okay, fine. But the wives were all sitting there, and all the husbands are like with them. And I just like, all right, guys, here's the deal. The class does not start till all the husbands leave. And they all kind of laughed and giggled a little. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Class does not start until you are over 100 meters away from my classroom. Go find another class to go do. Go, get away. I'm not joking. I'm bigger than you are. Get out of here. Go. And all the wives' eyes got big, and all the husbands, some of them were giving me like this poo-poo face, like they want to bow up on me. But all the husbands left. They went and found other things to do. And we immediately talked to the girls about the different parts of the guns and everything. And we cleared the guns, made sure that they were cleared, and then we double-checked them. We had them buddy check them, then the instructors checked them. And then we're like, look, your husbands aren't here. If you screw up, it's no big deal. If you have questions, it's no big deal. Let's relax. Let's have fun with it. And we went through the mechanics of the gun and everything. We loaded up their magazines with dummy rounds. And I said, okay, we're going outside. And they're all looking, and it's raining cats and dogs. And I'm like, you know, if you're going to help defend your homestead, you can't worry about rain. So we went outside, and 2 minutes later, they were all soaking wet. But so were all the women to their left and right. And some of them were having fun, and it spread to the rest of them. And after a while, they realized, you know, it's okay. We're bonding. They were bonding with the other wives, and we had a blast. We had a great time. It turned out being the most requested class that we redo again this year. Okay. So anyways, it was a great class. So, and that's what I like about Mountain Readiness is it's somewhere you can bring your whole family to. You know, they did chickens. So if you raise chickens for eggs, cool. But if you raise chickens for chicken meat, I like chicken nuggets. I like chicken strips. I like fried chicken. I like baked chicken. I like blackened chicken. I like chicken. I like chicken. So my wife used to think that chicken was born wrapped in plastic. That's not how chicken comes, right? Chicken, you got to kill that little bugger. So they have classes there on how to slaughter, properly clean, prepare, how to take all the feathers off and everything. And it's a lecture you can just watch. But if you pay, I want to say it was like $20 extra, you get a live chicken, and you get to do the hands-on through the whole thing. And I didn't get to go to that class because I was teaching all last year, but that was one of the ones that a bunch of the other patrons, our Tactical Rifleman patrons, went to. My wife went and she just watched. I think I'm going to get her a chicken this year so she can actually slaughter it. She'll have nightmares about it. I know she will. But she's got to toughen up a little bit.
Let me let Steve take my place here.
All right, Steve, you ready?
Guys, take care, man. See you on the ground.
All right, Randy's punching out. So anyways, guys, I'm excited about Mountain Readiness. I encourage you guys to come hang with us. I really, really do. I cannot say it enough that we are going to have us a great time indeed. Indeed, it's going to be awesome, guys. It indeed is going to be awesome. All right, so Steve's blowing his nose. He's getting ready. They're doing the whole man hug thing. Guys, we're in my man room here, and we usually do this in my office, right? It was kind of our studio. How you doing, Steve?
Good, brother. Good.
I'm on the wide angle, and
good to be here.
what you got going on? What is new in the life of Steve Holland? He's bringing his coffee.
What is new? What is new is I get my TR Nation fixed today. How you guys doing?
You guys have missed Steve.
Aussie.
They've missed you, buddy. They have missed
Oh, I
you.
missed them too. I missed them a whole lot. Before we get too deep into what else is going on today, since it's only been like a gazillion weeks since we've had the show and got a chance
I've had
to interact and
classes,
fellowship with you guys,
Yep.
I have brought something for a giveaway.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you giving away, Steve? Sometimes I'm like, do I want to know? Do I want to know?
Thanks to Mr. Jeff Hoffman and Miss Christy Hoffman of Black Hills Ammunition. And you guys know we've been previewing a lot of ammunition lately from Black Hills and Honey Badger line. My favorite being the 45-70, of course, the 45 ACP.
My
Honey
favorite
Badger.
being the 262. 77 grain.
Mark 262.
Mark 262.
Actually, on my way here, I called Jeff. I said, Jeff, the TR Nation loves Black Hills Ammunition and what you've done. And I have to reiterate often with you guys, Jeff is a good friend. I've known Jeff since like 2002, 2003. We started the Mark 12 program. I linked up with the shooters and the ammunition manager at the marksmanship unit down at Fort Benning, Army Marksmanship Unit, and they were doing 77 grain 5.56 for the 600-yard service rifle. So I TDY myself and Sean Renock to Camp Perry that year to watch the guys shoot. And I came back, I wrote up a requirements document, and I started politicking with all the other services, especially with WARCOM with the Navy SEALs, East Coast, West Coast, and my good friend Navy SEAL Mark Lasky. I said, Mark, we have the Mark 12 rifle. It's for accuracy, but we don't have the ammunition. I want to have soft specific ammunition into the program, and he supported me. Thanks to, shout out as always to Lieutenant Colonel retired Gus Taylor, may he rest in peace, my SF brother. He was the manager up at Crane. He made all the difference for white side soft on the Army side, because Crane was mostly, if the SEALs don't want it, nobody else is going to get it. So Mark Lasky, Navy SEAL, backed me up. Gus Taylor backed me up. Chuck Buxton up at SEAL, Crane, and Chuck Marsh. And we got the Mark 262 77 grain ammo into the inventory. A lot of you guys don't realize how hard it is to get non-standard ammunition into the military inventory. Having a DOTIC, which is like a social security number, okay? If you don't have a DOTIC, line means that you don't get training ammo and funds. You don't get wartime ammo and funds. And we did this in about 6 months. Right into Afghanistan, the initial invasion of Afghanistan with 5th Group. And honorable mention to Master Sergeant Kevin Moorhead, may he rest in peace. Mark 12, Mark 262 ammo in the mountains of Afghanistan, fighting off the bad guys, was awarded the Silver Star for his actions that night with the Mark 12 rifle, the Mark 262 ammo. Jeff Hoffman, Black Hills Ammunition, shout out to him. And one of the things I admire about Jeff, he is an active duty sheriff's reservist sniper, SWAT team trainer, and SWAT team call-out guy. His wife, Christy, of course, runs Black Hills Ammunition. Shout out to Christy. And Jeff, he and I talked on the way here. I said, Jeff, I have this gift from Black Hills Ammunition, and you're not supposed to give a gift to somebody else. But I said, we haven't had a show in 3 or 4 weeks, and they sent me a Black Hills Ammunition survival backpack, which is one of the most kick-ass backpacks I've seen, looking. And I'm lusted on it. But I said, I want to share it with the TR Nation. So I said, Jeff, I'm going to give this bag as a giveaway tonight because it is a great bag, and someone in the TR Nation should have it. But I want another one. So I wanted to make sure that I got one back. So, guys, this bag is...
It's still got the tag on it.
Yeah, still got the tag on it.
Still got the tag on it, guys.
It's brand new.
That's a good-looking bag, dude. Who makes that?
That is...
Black Hills.
This is the black.
Oh, this is Storm Tech, dude. This is good stuff.
Yeah, but it is Storm Tech made for Black Hills ammunition. This thing is, oh my gosh, this is like Yeti-ish. Smell it, sniff it before you pull anything out.
Do what?
Sniff inside the bag. Just sniff.
What you got in there, Steve? All right, it's even a dry bag, guys. This
It's a
thing
dry
rolls
bag.
down and everything.
It is a Black Hills ammunition, medium-sized day bag, go bag.
That's how the gun's waterproof.
Fully waterproof, not water resistant, waterproof. And this was sent to me, and I want one of you guys to have it. I'll let Carl and the moderators figure out what the. All
right, so JT and Donut, my moderators, right? Manny also. We're going to do a giveaway, and the word is Black Hills. You put the word just Black Hills in the chat room. You can enter maximum of 3 times. I don't know how the algorithm knows it, but you can enter a maximum of 3 times. Just put Black Hills in there. So, like right now, you can do it right now, guys. No, if you're watching this live stream 2 weeks from now, understand it's already been given away. All right, and we are going to draw this. I got 7:36. We're going to draw this at 8 o'clock on the dot. All right, so you got 24 minutes, and we're going to give this thing away at 8 o'clock. That is awesome, dude. I got to enter. Hold on. I got to get my 3 in real quick. All right, Black Hills. I want to win this thing, guys. Remember, you can enter a maximum of 3 things. No, Donut, you can't win it. If I can't win it, you can't win it. All right, that's.
But I want you guys to know that's how much I love and appreciate you guys to give up my one and only Black Hills ammunition dry bag.
But you made sure you were getting another one.
Yes, because that's the SF way, man.
I know.
But for me to even consider it and call the president of the company on my way here to get clearance says how much I miss you guys.
Man, I'd take a bullet for you and be like, motherfucker, you're the reason we're getting shot at. Yeah, but I'd still take a bullet for you.
See, you'll take a bullet if we're getting shot at and you'll get hit, and you would say, I'm hit. Go on without me. Yeah. Me being a black man, I would say, I'm hit. Don't you motherfuckers leave me.
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. I wouldn't leave you. You know I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't. Number one, we wouldn't get hit. We look at the other guys and go, why are you guys getting hit? Because we were over here behind the wall, and you guys are out there doing 2-3 second rushes. Stuff don't work in modern warfare, especially when the enemy's got red dot optics.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. All right, now, dude, I have missed you. What you been up to lately?
Oh, just hanging out around the house.
So
just dealing with.
You started putting a fence in too, didn't you?
No, we put our fence in last year.
Last year, but
yeah.
So,
but
no.
Story? The story is.
So he started doing it himself.
The privacy fence, the wooden privacy fence. The panels are 8 foot wide, 6 foot tall. I needed 16 panels. I had to take out the old panel, take the panels down, then knock the poles out, get around the cement and get that whole hunk of cement out.
Yeah.
And my wife would drive me crazy. Go on, replace the fence. And I had been negligent. Yes, I had for about 4 years. And she found a crew at Lowe's. She said, I got this guy, the handyman. I was like, okay. All right. So the handyman came by. He did everything. Told me, said, hey, you got to go pick up all the stuff, get it delivered. Had the stuff delivered. It was short. Some things I had to go back to Lowe's, pick up some other things. And what it would have taken me, it'd taken me 3 weeks. If I had done it by myself, it probably would have taken me 3 weeks. They did in a day and a half. I mean, I'm talking a day and a half. So most of it was getting the old stuff up and out of the way. The next thing I know, it was like boom, 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 and it was done.
So I bought this fence for Ada, baby Ada, right? Because we wanted Ada to move on the hill 4 years ago, and then they didn't move 4 years ago. So I'm not putting up this freaking fence if I don't have baby on the hill. So the fence was sitting on a pallet inside of the house, and it sat there for 4 years. Well, Steve told me.
Damn, you got me beat, man.
I know, I got you beat. I'm a malingerer. So anyway, I've been busy for 4 years.
It took me 4 years to start it, but not 4 years of it sitting in the yard.
No,
that's a whole
sitting in the yard.
That's a whole different category right there.
They're moving into the house right now. Finally, baby Ada and her mom and dad, my niece and nephew, they're moving into the house here on the hill. So baby Ada is getting ready to turn 5. She doesn't know how to swim. She's taking swimming lessons. She can't swim yet. So my wife's like, hey, we got to put up the fence. And I'm like, and I remember Steve saying, so much easier if you go get yourself a bunch of Mexicans. And so so what did I do? I'm like, I'm like, okay, so why go Mexican when you can go full Arab? So I got Emery Morgenstern and Randy Wurst to come out, and I offered them free coffee. And
wait a minute, that's not full Arab. That's a Cherokee and a Jewish guy.
Yeah. And they went full Arab on my fence.
Did they?
Wow. No, we got it. It don't look bad, does it?
No, it looks good.
Part that
It looks
we got
good.
done, we're looking out the French doors here on the man room, and we got the swimming pool out there, and you can see the fence. And Emery and Randy are sitting out there right now bullshitting, and we would have had more done today, but we ran out of bags of Quikrete. It's a good looking bag right there. Again, guys, if you're wanting to sign up for the giveaway, this is the Steve Holland's Survival Rucksack. What is this? Black Hills Ammunition. That's coffee. Coffee beans. That's not going in that bag. That's whole beans. All right. That's for me, Steve. That's for me. Oh, that smells good.
Well, that's why I told you to smell the bag.
All right. So I love my coffee.
I was giving you a hint earlier when I said, Carl, smell inside the bag.
I was like, it smells like my coffee cup. You guys ever notice that the Oppresso Labor, the Special Forces motto, if you look at it real quick, it looks like espresso, right? I don't know. Maybe I drink too much coffee. I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You do way too much.
Funny stuff. All right, but if you want to get in on the giveaway of this waterproof survival backpack from Black Hills Ammunition, I want that. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's bag. I'm not going to covet it, but that's a good-looking bag, guys. Yeah, good-looking bag. Anyways, you can get in on the free giveaway. It's not going to cost you a thing. You just put the word Black Hills into the chat room, and that will get you automatically entered in the giveaway. We will randomly draw a winner at 8 o'clock. So, guys, you're at under 20 minutes on that. You can enter a maximum of 3 times. That's a good-looking bag, dude.
It is.
That is a good-looking bag. Guys, if you're coming for our Battle Rifle 1 class, which is a Friday right after Mountain Readiness, we're doing Battle Rifle 1. Battle Rifle 1 is a very, very fun class. It's actually fun. We bring the MCR. So when we talk about using a automatic rifleman on your team, we have the belt-fed AR upper there. We've got another AR on a bipod setup with drums, and we start doing talking guns. We talk about the advantages of using a designated marksman on your team, like Kevin Moorhead. All right, in Afghanistan, got that silver star. You mentioned Steve has mentioned him a few times. Battle Rifle 1 targets are 50 to 300 meters. There's none of this 3-meter pew-pew stuff. Don't get me wrong, guys. You know, I spent most of my time in the SIF company, doing hostage rescue, close quarters battle distances. But real life, if you got to get in a gunfight and you have a battle rifle, an AR, a M4, a M1 Garand, I don't care, whatever you've got, a FAL, an AK. If you have a rifle, why would you let the bad guys get within pistol range of you? You know, if you know you're good out to 150 meters, why would you let them get 3 meters away from you? That's a fair fight. So the entire course, Battle Rifle 1, is all about where one fire team in the woods, another fire team in the woods, you all of a sudden bump into each other. That's a fair fight. That comes down to who has luck, but also the technological advantage. And understand, if you ever had to fight an unconventional warfare here on American soil, chances are you're not the one with the technological advantage. You're not the ones with the drones overhead. You're not the one with the bombers overhead. You're not the one with the thermals. You're not the one with the armored vehicles. So you now have to look at what other ways can we stack the deck in our favor. And it comes down a lot of times to tactics, techniques, and procedures, and you just not doing stupid shit. So we talk a lot about, if you know your personal limitations, if you know you're good out to 400, when you're in fight or flight, that brings you down to 300 or 250. Still, engage the bad guys at 250, 200. Don't let them get to 5 meters. That's a fair fight. If you can keep them past 300, the guys with the AK are, they're at a big disadvantage there. So, anyways, the targets are all 50 to 300. The guys and gals that have taken that class so far have all said that it's a very, very fun, but also very, very informative class. So anyways, that is Friday, I believe it's the 9th of May in North Carolina, following the Mountain Readiness Expo. It's going to be a great, great time. Steve, we've got a bunch of other classes coming up. One of them I do with Emory is at the Louisville Armory, and that is called Home Defense Pistol. That is in June. It's late June. 2-day class. Well, you can take Home Defense Pistol 1, which is Saturday. Home Defense Pistol 2 is Sunday, but most people sign up for both. You have to take 1 before you can take 2. And that is a very, very fun course. It's an indoor range because it's too hot to shoot in the summertime. But me and Emory, we set it up. Literally, you're in the classroom with an empty gun with dummy rounds, and we've got a slideshow. Remember the slideshow?
Oh, yeah.
With the pictures and the shoot, no shoot. And you start, like, here's a picture of the guy coming through the window of your house. Of course, you shoot him. Right? And then here's the next the guy coming down the hallway. Of course, you shoot him. And then the next picture is the guy coming down the hallway. So, of course, you shoot him. Except now, instead of him holding a gun, he's holding a cell phone. And then we get into the conversation, the discussion. Well, technically, he's in your home. So, legally, can you engage this guy? Yeah, some states have castle doctrine, but some states do not. And anyway, so we have a lot of these different things that get you, and it's all about starting the conversations to get you thinking. We had a SF major. I don't know if Steve even knows about this. The guy that shot his daughter. Sad story, guys. Bump in the night.
Sad story.
Dogs stirring, and came out with that Kimber 1911 tritium sights on it. His whole A-team had matching 1911 Kimbers. Came around the corner, and his daughter jumped out to surprise her dad that she had come home early for Thanksgiving. He shot her right in the center of the chest. Is it a threat? Is it not a threat? If it is a threat, is it a threat that actually warrants deadly force? And another reason why you need to have a light on your gun.
That's one of my pet peeves. I was just
yeah.
about to say, light on your gun.
Light on your gun.
And a light on your person.
Yep. So, anyways, that class is in June. As of right now, I think I've got 5 slots left for that class, and I got 6 slots left for that class. That is a great class. You understand, guys, this is a class, because you guys go shoot, you take some of my classes. If your wife has never gone to shoot with you, she's not taking tactical rifleman classes, she doesn't have a gun belt, this is the class you need to bring her to, because I don't care if you wear pajamas to class. I want you to show up with your home defense pistol. And if that's a .357 revolver, so be it. But everything, there's no drawing involved. There's no drawing because the home alarm's gone off, the dogs are barking, you hear glass shattering. They're not going to clip on a gun belt and be standing there like Wyatt Earp ready to draw. You're just not going to do it. You're already going to have that pistol out of the holster. So this is the perfect call. And we actually, last class, we had a guy brought his fiance to it. And she actually outshot her husband, or her fiance, which I thought was funny.
Isn't that the same guy that brought the STI?
Yeah. No big deal. But it was a good time. And that's in June. Now, July, still at the Louisville Armory. That is 27, 28 July. I'm sorry, 26, 27 July. It's a Saturday, Sunday. We have a 2-day low light, no light shooting class. Steve Holland's going to be there. Emery's going to be there. And that class is just over half full. So I want you guys, Tactical Rifleman Nation, to grab the slots for that. Here's why I love that class. And the first morning is using lights on your pistol, on your rifle, okay? And that's good because most people don't practice with their lights on their guns. But what puts this class apart from most other classes out there is we then start doing night vision. I bring out brand new PVS 14, still in the green bag, still in the box. You cut the box open, brand new nods from AGM Global Vision out of Arizona. They're ghost white phosphor tubes, Gen 2 Plus, and I borrow helmet mounts. You don't get the helmet mount. So if you want to bring a helmet, cool. But if you don't, the green bag has the skull crusher harness, the whole thing for moving it from eye to eye. And we use the PVS 14s basically for the rest of the class. Now we cover Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3s. Digital night vision, we cover thermals, we cover all of that, and I have it all there for you guys to see. But a lot of it, and the reason why I built this course was we had a lot of requests for night shooting with nods. And in the Army, me and Steve never got classes on night vision because you were a private, and your squad leader gave you a PVS 7, and you just did whatever your squad leader was doing, and you learned from trial and error. But you did it over 7-8 years, and then you went Special Forces, and you got a PVS 14, and you learned off of that. And then when you got given bino nods or quads or whatever, you learned as you went along. Steve retired with 30 plus years. I retired with 25 plus years. You learned how to use nods from experience. And I thought about it, and I'm like, how do I, in a 2-day class, give everybody this experience? And the more I thought about it is the advantages of running it over one eye versus the other eye. Because there are advantages and disadvantages for both. And depending on what you're doing, sometimes over one eye is better than over the other eye, and vice versa, again, depending on what you're doing. So we have, I borrowed D-Ball's aiming lasers to put on the guns, and we do all kinds of stuff. And the second day, Sunday, is all shooting. We have a great time. You do a couple drills in the shootouts, but most of it's actually live fire on the range. And anyways, I think it's a good course. You guys know Sarah from Kentucky, gun and knife country. Steve has had her on the live stream a few times. She's bringing. Did you meet Danny?
Lauren? Oh, yeah.
And Lauren's not coming. Lauren's only 15.
Danny was that class?
Yeah, so Danny and Sarah just took some of our classes, and they have already they're signing up for low light, no light shooting. There's a couple other people that are signing up, and I've reserved slots for Sarah and Danny. But if you guys want me to reserve you slots, here's the deal. If you sign up at tacticalrifleman.com, they're going to ask you what t-shirt size, because you get a t-shirt. It'll have the logo on the front. I don't know if you guys can see this logo. And then on the back, it will have the logo, but it'll also have the course name. We don't sell t-shirts that have the course names on it. So if you see somebody in the airport and it says Tactical Precision Rifle Course on the back of his shirt, that means he knows shit, has been through one of our tactical precision rifle courses, which is funny. To see people in the airport wearing TR shirts, that kind of makes me feel good. All right, I've got a bunch of questions coming in. You cut the R off his name. All right, good stuff. Guys, I got a few more questions coming in. All right, let me get back to where you monkeys are. All right, I'm trying to get caught up, guys. I am. All right, let's see where we're at. Emery, you're up next. Steve, how's your drone flying going? That's from Mr. Merck. All right. I will tell Steve that there's a shout out from Ozzy Gomez. Coach Merck, guys. Coach Merck. I will have to get Coach. I will have to get. I'll mention it when Steve comes back, guys. OB. Can you ask Carl or Steve, can a muzzleloader musket be fitted with a suppressor? Would it work? Just asking. Yeah, actually, you can put a suppressor on a shotgun, all right, and that has a lot wider spread than a muzzleloader would. The problem with a muzzleloader is threading the barrel. Now, if you're running a modern muzzleloader just so you can deer hunt in muzzleloader season, that's not a big deal. You can bring that modern muzzleloader to any gun shop, and you can have them, any gunsmith with a lathe can turn your barrel. I caution you, though, on a antique or a replica, a lot of those, like the octagon barrel ones like that, you threading it for a suppressor, it kind of doesn't look like an antique or replica anymore. So
a lot of those things are 50 cal and up.
Yeah, so you're looking at getting a 50 cal suppressor. Yeah, it is what it is. Please remember to reserve a class slot, low light, no light for Ed Worley. Ed, I already got you on there. Ed just texted me. Ed's asking Texas, May. That's that one. Home defense pistol, no light and low light. Ed, I stand corrected. I'm putting you in there right now. Damn, I'm such a terrible person. I am the worst. All right, Ed, you're right. I suck. All right, it's official. Ed's got a slot reserved. All right, so that's one less slot for low light, no light. I thought I already had you down, Ed. All right, I'm going back to the list.
August, we're putting up a couple of classes here.
Who?
We are.
We are.
Remember the Rawson thing?
Yeah. What were the dates on that?
High risk EDC and
I'm gonna let you.
It's one of the last.
I'm gonna let you wait till you come sit here and put the mic on, guys. I got Emery getting ready to come sit with us. Hold on just a second. All right, this one's from Vincent St. Romain. He threw down a $25 super chat. Guys, you understand, Vincent doesn't have money coming out of his ass. Why did he do a super chat? Because he's trying to support the channel. You guys understand, YouTube has completely demonetized us. I'm not making crap off of this live stream. I will make 9 cents off of this in 5 years. All right? Delay. There's a delay. You'll be there in a second. All right. This one says from Vincent St. Romain. Hello, Steve. Mr. Illuminati here. Just wanted to say hello to you, Randy and Emery. Is thermal a force multiplier? Yes, but all night vision is a force multiplier. It is, guys. It really is. Steve, I got a couple questions for you. Give me just a second.
Steve, you grab your seat back first.
Yeah, I thought I had it in the truck. I didn't, right? I'll bring it next time.
Okay.
All right, don't run off, Emery.
Tell me my
Guys, I almost had Emery. I almost had him. All right, the next one's from Paul American. Question, Steve, is your bullet in your bullet development, have you ever used explosive cotton? The Marines Ballistic Research Team uses it. I was wondering how comparable it is to black powder. Wow. Explosive
cotton.
You ever,
I have not ever heard of it. Now I know there's been some things on cellulose and a couple of other things, like nitrocellulose and a couple of other things. No, I
He's just being honest, guys.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
The answer, guys, and the cool part, I want you guys to go look it up. You just Google explosive cotton. It was actually discovered when they were cleaning up the shop where they were making explosives. They hung the racks up to dry, and when they went to, I forgot how it got initiated, but basically it exploded. The rags, the cotton rags exploded. And I think they like hung them near the fire to dry or something. You understand, that's so 1700s technology, guys. So, like late 1700s, early 1800s technology. Way pre, gunpowder's come a ways before then, guys. All right, guys, we've hit 8 o'clock. And have we? Have we hit 8 yet? We have.
Yep, 801.
All right, the winner is David Bobine. David Bobine, you are the winner. David Bobine. He's actually attending Mountain Readiness, by the way. He's not doing Mountain Readiness. He's attending.
Oh, he's going to have a backpack for Mountain Readiness.
Yeah, I will bring it to Mountain Readiness for you. I will hand deliver it to you. Congratulations to David Bobine. Of course, it won't have any coffee beans in it. Then it still smells like. You got more beans in there?
There's another bag in there. It's not for you.
It's not for me.
No, you've got your
I thought
bag.
you brought the beans for me.
No, I bought a bean bag for you.
All right. So I got my bag. All right, that's fair. David don't even drink coffee. Why am I bringing coffee for David?
Is that a dry bag?
It is. It's a nice bag, dude. Dude, all you had to do was enter your name in there.
All
you had to do was.
You were asleep.
All right. Congratulations to David Bobine.
But David, you get in the bag. You're not getting the bag of coffee beans that's in there.
No, I leave
I
it.
bought a bag of coffee beans.
I left it in there
for Carl.
I left it in there. All right. Don't let me forget. That's got to go in the Target trailer. All right, tomorrow. All right.
David Bobine.
David Bobine, congratulations.
He's probably saying, "Man, send that thing FedEx."
He can wait a week and a half. Guys, we're getting close to Mountain Readiness. I am excited. I really am excited to have you guys showing up. I really am. Really am. Got a bunch of good people coming.
David Bobine, when you get a chance, go to the Black Hills Ammunition website and go to the link customer service and send a message to Mr. Jeff Hoffman and Ms. Krista Hoffman. I said, thank you for my tactical rifleman dry bag.
If you don't mind, please let, and that goes for all you guys, please go to Black Hills and say thank you for
supporting
hanging out
us.
and supporting the live stream. Ozzy Gomez gave you a shout out.
Ozzy?
And then Coach Merck. He says, Steve, how's your drone flying going? LOL. Is he making fun of you?
Yeah.
You crashed
Coach,
already?
no, it ain't going, Coach. I haven't gotten it up and running yet. I'm still working on it.
Right.
Shout out to Coach Merck Jr. He got Brian a controller to go with his drone. Because as I was explaining to Emery earlier, I'm trying to get my son into drones and a little bit more away from firearms. He's out yesterday shooting the Remington Maxus. AMAX. Who makes it? Browning makes the Maxus. Remington makes the AMAX, right? One of them. Anyway,
Hornady's the AMAX. Hornady.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking ammunition. The Remington
Versamax.
Versamax. That's what I'm looking
Shotgun.
for. That's what I'm looking for. He's out in the yard yesterday. Shot up 4 boxes of Winchester 3-inch 12 gauge number 4 turkey loads.
Not cheap Walmart 7.5s. No, he's shooting good ammo.
And
That's so awesome.
so I said, I'm going to try to get him into drones.
Yeah.
Get
into drones.
him
That's fair.
into
All right,
something.
Coach, this is an invitation for you and Steve, and I already invited Wick, anybody that lives local, basically. This Sunday, 2 p.m., we are going to be shooting out here at the TR range at 2 p.m., and then we're going to grill afterwards. We're going to grill, fellowship a little bit, hang out around the bonfire. Who was the 2 cops from Hopkinsville, the guy-girl that we're dating?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I saw them at the Mexican place. They live in Katie's.
Yep.
I saw them at the Mexican restaurant last night. We did Taco Monday. It's supposed to be
Where's the Taco Tuesday?
Taco Tuesday, but we have
Good people.
Tactical Tuesday live stream. So, anyways, I saw them and I'm like, look, hey, we're gonna shoot Sunday 2 p.m. They're like, we really need to shoot some more. I'm like, come shoot, come hang out with us. What I do, guys, is, some people say they support law enforcement. Yeah, I sincerely do. I support local law enforcement. I give them slots for courses for free because they're the ones that are taking care of my family while I'm deployed, and, people will hear me say to cops, hey, thank you for your service. And they look at me like, you're a Green Beret, you just got home from Afghanistan. I'm like, yeah, but while I was over there trying to keep the fight over there, you're back here protecting my family. And the reality is eventually this shit's gonna happen in your hometown, and I need you guys to be ready. I need you to be ready. You need to be able to throw that switch, guys. That's all of you, not just law enforcement, not just the sheriff's department, not just the state troopers, not just fire and rescue guys, all you concerned citizens out there. You need to become more capable citizens. And that's why you're here. That's why you guys are watching the live stream.
Shout out to Sarah.
Here's the deal, guys. That's I was just talking about Sarah. Is she watching?
Yeah, she's watching. She sent me a text saying, that's a nice bag.
That is a nice bag. Guys, I'm officially out of coffee, which means we're gonna
But
bring,
not out of coffee beans.
we're gonna end the live stream now. No. I'll go get a body armor, guys. I will. I'll go get a body. All right, we had a couple more questions for Steve. Coach, my whole reason for saying that is you're invited. If you want to come up, bring your sons on Sunday, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, JT, Steve, can a muzzleloader musket be fitted with a suppressor? Would it work? Just asking. I gave my opinion on it.
I haven't ever tried that. It's never occurred to me. However, based on the mechanics of a muzzleloader and the mechanics of a suppressor,
Why not?
why not? I mean, it's not like you're using the cotton patch. If you say you're shooting a muzzleloader Sabo round, of course you're gonna have to get a 50 caliber size suppressor.
Yep.
More material on the suppressor, more the cost. Yeah, I mean, someone.
Flash, though, 'cause, there's a lot of that gunpowder that burns outside of the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my next comment. It's probably going to have to be type suppressor where you know, often you hear guys ask, should I clean my suppressor, and if so, how often? Most people say not often, if at all. And if you do, especially if you have like replaceable wipes, if you had a suppressor for a muzzle loader, I'm going to assume you're going to have to clean it very often.
Make sure you got one that you can take apart and pull the baffles out of, because you're going to need to scrub that puppy.
Because after 4 or 5 shot,
yeah.
Maxim makes self-cleaning ones where as you screw it out, it's got teeth that scrape the walls. So they may want to check those out.
Maxim Defense.
yeah, but they still need a 50 cal bore
Yeah.
hole size.
Another one. Hello, Steve.
Hello,
Mr. Illuminati here.
Mr.
Just
Oh, Mr.
wanted
Lewis.
to
I can't even
say
speak
hello.
that. Can't even speak that word. Luma who?
And is thermal a force multiplier? I just said, yeah.
Yes,
night
yes,
vision, good comms.
Any technology you have that gives you the
Go ahead.
ability to detect and engage a threat faster than they can detect and engage you is a force multiplier. Especially if you're aware and they're not aware that you are aware. So that would be definitely, I mean, a long time ago, if you had I-Square, we had I-Square all the way back in Vietnam, Starlight scopes, it was a force multiplier because nobody else had it. Yeah. Now, thermals more so than anything else has given us the tactical advantage. I believe drones have surpassed anything that we can say gives us an edge, a tactical edge. Drones, just going back to the Terminator movies and Skynet, drones are changing everything, and the Ukraine and Russia and Iran are proving that. I remember a very, very, very long time ago, I was still in uniform, still working combat development. I went down to Rural King in Clarksville, Tennessee, shopping for something, and they were advertising some farm drones for farmers to do whatever with their crops, their farming, and these drones were GPS capable. I went back to work that day, and I did some internet exploration, and I wrote up it's not a requirement document, it's I forget what we use, what category it's called, but it's just a notification to the Special Forces intel community that this needs to be looked into as the future potential for threats. And we should, at the time, we were really pursuing drones. We now should look into counter-drone capability. And I really push that hard because if you could walk into a store like a Rural King or Tractor Supply and buy a drone that has GPS capability, guys, that's a game changer. When someone, because I mean, once I know how to get the drone where I want it to be, it's not going to be a big deal for me to weaponize it. So now, Ukraine is showing the world a cheap way to have basically a individual size cruise missile. Because if I know that you live here and I GPS that and I can drop not even something simple like a Molotov cocktail, that changes everything. I saw, I mean, we've all seen what the Ukraine did. I mean, they're flying in the guys' foxholes. And that capability is not that far away from being a force multiplier here in just the regular civilian world. I saw a video recently where they were weaponizing drones with a minigun. And I can't even begin to tell you how that could fuck up your day. I'm telling you right now, if someone, you're up against whatever threat, and they had that capability where that drone, they can GPS you, thermal you, track you. Once they're there, it's not many things you could do to get away from a freaking minigun. Okay? And Carl talks about it all the time in the show when he said, hey, I was over at Mosul and this guy with the shirt and all this other stuff. And Wick talks about it a lot. Saudi City.
Not Mosul.
And Wick talks about it a lot. And, I worked that program for 5th Group, ended up being for all the groups. That's a platform that Gus Taylor and I discussed this, God bless him. And I'm not going to go into details because this is not for public disclosure.
Steve, you're on the
When you talk about, yeah, I know, but I don't want somebody to say, hey, Steve Holland told me to blah, 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 blah. So it's a game changer. Thermals are a game changer. Drones with thermals
Drones with thermals.
Yeah, drones with thermals is in a whole other category. Because you could be sitting out back on your patio, smoking cigars and drinking ground up coffee things like Carl does, and that drone could be sitting there out of sound distance watching you on a thermal. So, yes and yes and yes.
I'm texting JT. He's missed a few. He's missed a few questions, guys. I see I've had, let's see what we got here. All right, I think that was David Bobine.
He won the bag.
Yeah, he won the bag. I know that.
Bodine.
David Bobine.
Bodine, is that like Bocephus?
All right, so I had one, David Bobine. He said he threw down 100 bones for the Carl Fund. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. And then Susan Britcher threw down one. That's for Steve. Go ahead, read it, Steve.
Appreciation. Threw down some Australian. What's that? 20 quid? Is it
20 Australian of the Queen. It's the King's dollars.
King's dollars now.
King's pounds. Is it pounds?
Euro. Oh no, they're out of euros, so it is pounds.
Pounds.
Yeah, it's pounds.
Pounds.
Thank you, Susan, for throwing down that for me wearing the Aussie shirt that you sent me.
Didn't get them. All right. Thank you, David. Thank you, Susan. We appreciate it. I didn't get. I didn't get those from JT. All right, guys. You know the deal. If you have questions and stuff, put them in the chat room. The only other things I really wanted to talk about that we got going on is, and I already talked about the low light, no light shooting class. For my patrons, we've got our Patreon Zoom coming up, but I also have a lot of the people that are going to Mountain Readiness are patrons. So I want you guys to know that in the evenings during Mountain Readiness, we're going to all get together at the campsite there. We'll break bread. We'll hang out there. All right. And we're going to have us a great time. All right. We got a new class up, guys. You can find it at tacticalrifleman.com. If you go to our store there, it's called Virtual Golf Pro for Shooters. And what that is, you watch a little video there and everything, but basically what it is let's say you live somewhere where you can't come take classes. All right. It's always best to take classes in person. But everybody knows you want to get better at your golf swing. You go do a one-on-one with a golf pro. It's called a golf pro. Trying to do one-on-one firearms instructions with a good firearm. Understand you're going to be paying fat cash. All right. Doc Hollywood, he's Brad Pitt's back surgeon. We've done a few classes with him. I charge $3,000 a day for guys like that. I do. That plus expenses, right? But what about for the rest of us, right? If you want to get good at something, but you can't come take one-on-one classes, what's the next best thing? So what we do is it's called Virtual Golf Pro for shooters. And what you do is, let's say Steve wants to get better at his draw, or Steve wants to get better at the check drill. All you do is you sign up at, you go to tacticalrifleman.com, you sign up for Golf Pro for Virtual Golf Pro for shooters. I want to say it's like $140. It's not very much. You'll get an email from us saying, basically interacting with you. What is it you're wanting to improve on? What issues are you having? Well, I'm trying to get better at the check drill. I can't make times. All right, okay, no big deal. We will tell you where we want the camera angles, and you just go out to the range and film yourself from behind, over your shoulder, from your side, from left side, right side, depending on what it is you're wanting to improve. You send us the videos, right? You upload them to the internet. And then what we'll do is we set up a Zoom conference call with you, and we go through the video with you, and we explain to you, hey, here's where you're doing this wrong. Here's where you're doing this wrong. Here's how you can improve this. Here's how you can improve this. You're doing this okay, but it would be smoother if you did this. And it's a lot of bang for the buck. Now, understand, we still have a lot of time involved in it, because we're not just giving you a cut and paste answer. We're not going to do that. But we're not having to travel. We're not having to rent ranges. We're not having to do that. So it's not as good as being able to do one-on-one instruction with a professional shooting instructor. But a lot of you guys have requested the ability to sign up for online classes, or, hey, I really need help with something. And I was like, well, what's the best way for me to do this to help out you individually? So that's what I've done. It's called Virtual Golf Pro for Shooters. And you sign up at tacticalrifleman.com. And I think it's going to be a fun class, guys. I also wanted to let you guys know before we end the live stream that I just got another 2 full cases in of the military life reference manuals. So if you know a vet or a homeless guy or a cop or your uncle or your niece, whoever, somebody that's in a bad way, they're suicidal, or maybe they're just stressed out real bad, they've got anxiety, people having issues, especially, right, we just got through the holidays, guys. I lost a patron that was a good friend of mine named Robin, and that sucks, that sucks. The holiday season is rough on people. All right, we're getting away from the holiday season. As Wick would put it, the sunshine helps out his depression. The winter is a rough time for him, okay? But if you got somebody that's in a bad way, and maybe they got anger issues, they got financial issues, whatever their issues they have, you give them one of these life reference manuals. It's a little itty bitty manual. I'm sorry I don't have one here within arm's reach, but I got 2 unopened cases of them. I just got them in, and the first 10 pages are a glossary. If you look through it, I have anger issues, I have financial, I have depression, I have anxiety, whatever. And you go there, and it gives you, go to this page, this page, this page, this page, read this, this, and this. Now, full disclosure, and it's got the Constitution in it, it's got Proverbs, but most of it is the New Testament. You don't have to be a Christian. You can be an atheist. You can be a Jew. You can be a devil-worshipping Muslim. It really doesn't matter. You go read the words, and I guarantee you it'll help you out. It will. No matter if you have an anxiety or anger, whatever, go read those paragraphs, all right? You don't have to use the term verses if you don't. You go read those paragraphs, and I'm here to tell you it'll help you out. So anyway, won't cost you a dime. Go to tacticalrifleman1@gmail.com, tacticalrifleman1@gmail.com, and put in there, hey, I'd like to get a couple or 1 or 2 or 3 of these life reference manuals. I had a nurse that worked at a veteran soup kitchen. I forgot what city it was. She asked me for 20 of them. You know what I did? I sent her a case of 24, you know, because she's going to get them in the hands of the people that need them. I don't need them on my shelf. My job is to make the world a better place, and that's what I'm trying to do, guys. All right, real quick, Steve, I'm going to have you slide. I need to get Emery in here. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about, guys, is if you look on our calendar, a lot of you guys have been asking about, hey, when are we adding gun runner pistol? When are we adding high-risk concealed carry? When are we going to do another comprehensive combative? So, Emery, yalla shabab. Hand him and touch it. Careful, Steve. Don't trip it up. You good? You got it wrapped around his leg.
It's the old Mike on the shoe trick.
All right, guys. For all my guys out there like Joe, if you're watching, I know you don't like Jews. All right? I know you support the Palestinian terrorists and all. That's total bullshit. All right, guys. Number one, if you support Hamas, you're uneducated, and I'm calling you that to your face because they're fucking worthless, all right? I 100% support the Israeli government, and do they do some things that are screwed up? Yeah, but compared to the U.S. government, oh my God, right? Have you seen some of the shit our government does? Wow. Well, anyways, Emery, thanks for coming on. Guys, Emery's been helping me all day long with this fence, and man, right? Did that not suck? That really sucked.
Yeah, it was fun. We were hanging out and
we
making
had a good time. All right,
making holes too big.
me and Steve,
It sucked. It
me and
sucked.
Steve got the F-bomb counter up a bit. All right, all right. Guys, we don't have any more questions. So, again, I'm getting ready to wrap up the live stream because I still owe these guys dinner. All right? You understand Emery's no shit showed up, drove all the way from Louisville in time for coffee at 9, and then I've been working him like a dog all day long. So, I got to buy him dinner. So, real quick, you and Rawson are adding classes to the calendar.
Yeah, so we're going to do, let's see, we should have, it's either the last weekend or second to last weekend. We still have to work out the bugs depending on another class. It'll be here in
Montgomery County Shooting Complex.
in either Montgomery County Shooting Complex or Cedar Creek Precision, whichever one will be available for it.
All right.
We're planning on doing a high-risk concealed carry,
Yes.
followed by a one-day comprehensive combatives class.
All right. Cool.
And so, yeah, so you have to have some experience to come to either one of those classes. These are absolutely not beginner-level classes. So you have to have a good grip. You have to have, your shit wired pretty tight. You don't have to be a super expert at anything, but those two classes are more on the advanced side. Then the week after that, I believe, we're going to have over by Knoxville, I don't remember the name of the range, we're actually going to have a 3-day TPC class there that I will be assistant instructing on, which will be a 3-day handgun mastery.
Okay.
So that's the end of, what do we say, August?
That's the end of August. I believe you
Yes,
said August.
yes, end of August.
End
Last
of
week of August, yep.
All right, guys, and then we've had a bunch of requests for adding more. All right, hold on. I got JT calling.
We were talking about some...
What's up, JT?
Guys, let me explain why we don't have these classes up. So those of you
I'm
guys
not
who
getting anything
have
from
noticed, we don't
not getting
have
anything
a
from
single one of the EDC class, comprehensive combatives, and
Dude, I'm
the
not
gun
getting
runner
them.
pistol or carbine.
Are you sending them on Signal or are you sending
And
them
the reason
via
is
text?
because I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm getting
I'm
called
not
back
getting
or
them.
not. And so
Sorry, buddy.
and I still don't know.
Yeah,
The
we'll figure it
problem
out. No
is,
worries.
we've realized, look, I can't put my entire life and paying bills on hold indefinitely for the Army to decide when it wants me to come in.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting up classes. We'll deal with it as it comes. So
All right, guys, I
that's the
see
deal.
we've and JT's been trying to send them to me. They're literally not going through. All right, literally, I'm not getting them. So the ones that like Peter's,
Review OpsCore Fast. That one.
OpsCore
Fast RF1 helmets. We would love to review them. If OpsCore wants to send us helmets, of course we'll review them.
Yeah. But I'm not buying an OpsCore helmet.
Look at this. It's Ghost Anime. And he's like, I want to take an Imri class just so he can yell at me again. He was at our classes in Texas now. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time. We had a good time.
And I met him. I know him on this, but I had no, I'd never seen his face.
We had another one. Who is this? This is from Sarah. She threw for Carl's Creamer Fund. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that.
How's that creamer going, huh?
Yeah. We ran out of creamer this morning. How do you run? And it's like the 1 gallon creamer thing. How do you run out?
This guy right here.
Yeah, I'm not joking. We burned through some coffee beans.
Yeah.
Wow, did we burn through some coffee beans?
Yeah.
I had a 5-pound bag up there, and it's like gone. My poor espresso machine, we are burning the buttons off the front of that thing, but it's hilarious. I'm like a little college girl barista up there doing 2 shots of espresso at a time and steaming cream and milk and making. And
it's true. It's like a 2-hour affair.
Yeah, because everybody sits at the coffee table. We got 8 people there, and baby Ada throwing food everywhere, and I make my coffee with love. So I do. I make it with love. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the live stream. If you guys have more classes that you would like, I'm going to get Emery to put some more gun runner pistol, gun runner carbine on the calendar.
High risk EDC, all that stuff.
All that stuff. You're going to see a lot of the classes are going to be at the Louisville Armory. And I know you guys are like, hey, Carl, I want you to come out to Ohio. I want you to come out to Florida. First off, no. All right, I don't want to go to Ohio. I don't want to go to Washington State. But here's the advantage of you coming to Louisville. The Louisville Armory, Louisville as a city, I used to think it sucked, guys. Louisville is a UPS hub for the U.S. The UPS hub. You can get fresher oysters, Caribbean oysters in Louisville than you can in Beverly Hills and Miami.
It's true.
Miami, because they fly them from the Caribbean to Louisville, and then from there they go by plane out to Beverly Hills, to New York City, to Vegas. Alaskan king crab. You can get fresher in Louisville than you can in Gulf Shores, Alabama, or Daytona Beach. That's just, it's the truth. Maine lobster, you can get fresher in Louisville than you can in Vegas. It sounds messed up, but it's the truth.
So we teach there because we like seafood.
We like food, period. So there are so many great restaurants. But anyways, Louisville Armory is, it's like our home. And we're working on them rebuilding the shoot house for us.
Although, really, we kind of were like, hey, we'll build it.
Yeah, we're kind of going to build it.
We're like, hey, give us more room. We'll plan it. We'll rebuild it.
But the cool part is you guys fly in. And because when we just did a class in Texas. And we had a guy there from California. We had a guy there from Maine. We had a guy there from Florida. If they're going to fly to Texas, couldn't they fly to Louisville also? And that saving, because Emory lives just half hour away, and it's just so much easier to do it on our home turf. So,
it's home turf. It's also a place that allows us to bounce around inside the building. Yeah. Right? Like, granted, we don't prefer, for the most part, an indoor range. Yeah. But indoor ranges have humongous benefits. Like, for example, I don't know, air conditioning. And you can turn the lights off and do night shooting any time of day. And then hop over to the shoot house and, all that jazz. So it's fun. It's a good place to train.
All right, I have another one here from Vincent St. Romain, 25 Bones. You guys are really terrific people, wonderful patriots that really make America proud. Thanks for your lifetime of service. Vincent, I really appreciate that. My wife sometimes, I have bad days, guys. I really do. And I know a lot of you, I put on a smiley face for you guys all the time. But I have a lot of bad days. And, financial issues and this issue and that issue and family issues and just other stuff going on. And, people harassing my family and stuff. And, my wife asks me sometimes, why are you doing this? And it's because I've had friends that went and retired and went and got a bass boat and they were dead in 12 months. I don't want to retire, but I don't want to work at the mall. I don't want to work at the mill. I don't want
Cabela's?
to work at range control.
Cabela's is hiring.
I don't want to work at Cabela's. I want to make the world a better place. And so I have my little niche. And you understand, YouTube, guys, has completely crushed us. They don't even demonetize our videos now. Where before they're like, no, you can't make any money off it. They don't even do that. Now their latest thing is, oh, you're completely monetized. You can make money, but we're not going to show it to anybody. So you've got a video that is awesome that would get 100,000 views in a day back when we had 200,000 subscribers. Now we're coming up on 1 million subscribers and it gets 700 views in the first weekend. And but they're like, hey, we're not shadow banning you. You're completely monetized. Mm-hmm. You're making money off of it. You made $0.015 this weekend.
Thanks, YouTube.
So I want to be mad. I want to act like I don't care, because if I've pissed the libtards off, that must mean I'm doing something right. I want to act like I don't care, but the reality is, just the amount of ammo I shot in that video was crazy. I shot it with a Barrett at the end. That was $14 just to pull the trigger that one time. It'll take me 2.5 years to make that $14 off of that video. And that's not counting the rest of the ammo. So anyways, it's you guys making comments like this saying that me and Steve and Randy and everybody are, and Emery, that
Some days.
we make America proud. We're wonderful patriots that really make America proud. Thanks for your lifetime of service. Dude,
I appreciate
do
that, brother.
it.
I appreciate it very much.
I wish I could go over to Gaza with you. I wish I could.
Gaza is fun. I will admit.
I got invited to go to Gaza by Mindy, come think of it. But I got invited to go to Ukraine, and I thought about it. I'm like, man, my 338 Lapua, my Accuracy International, AXMC, and but the reality is, I'm a fag now. I'm a former action guy. My job is to better prepare the current war fighters. And the added benefit is the time I have to do that, there's a lot of capable citizens out there that I want to make, a lot of concerned citizens out there that I want to make capable citizens. So yeah, thank you for your support, buddy. I do indeed appreciate it. And that goes for everybody, David and everybody else. Guys, if I missed your questions tonight, literally, that one's from my wife. She caught it. JT's been trying to send me stuff, but it's been slipping through the cracks. All right, we're going to wrap up the live stream tonight. All right, this is the part. We're going to bring Steve in here so Steve can do parting words of wisdom. But before we do.
Well, I appreciate you guys. We'll have the classes up soon. I hope you guys all sign up. And I hope to see most of you guys or many of you guys at Mountain Readiness, too. It's going to be a good time. So,
all right.
Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, just not so much.
There we go. I can live with that.
Steve, where'd you go? Oh, Steve's...
Oh, shit. He's getting ready to share the prayer.
He's going full Arab on this.
No, he's going full Pulp Fiction. All right, guys.
Come do this.
I got Steve coming, and Steve, parting words of wisdom from Steve Holland.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee
With terrible vengeance.
with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you would know his name is the Lord when I bring my vengeance upon you.
You understand why I can't have him on all the time. You're right. You guys are getting that.
I had to get into character. Let's get
I'm
into
just glad he
character.
didn't shoot the laptop. I'm just glad he didn't shoot the laptop. All right, guys. Good stuff. Thank you, Steve. Always a pleasure. All right. For all my monkeys out there, that's you guys. All right. I'm calling you guys monkeys. Why? Well, because you are monkeys. All right. I love you guys. You know I do. Steve, please pass on to Coach and everybody that we're gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot Sunday,
Sunday.
2 p.m. after church.
By the way, admin note, Coach's son wanted me to tell you, he is Merck Jr.
Merck Jr.
in the chat room.
Okay. Merck Jr.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the son, not the dad. So whenever you say Merck Jr. threw down this, and
Oh, that's the son.
That's the son.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Cut me some slack.
Blessed is he who, in the name of charity, throws down some bones
I'm
in the
sorry,
chat room.
Dude, I'm sorry. Well, you tell your dad. You bring your dad out. You give your dad a ride. Give your dad a ride, and y'all come shoot Sunday.
Merck Jr. is in Vegas. He lives in Vegas.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was visiting when
Oh,
they
yeah,
came
yeah,
over,
yeah. Well, I guess he ain't coming. All right, well, you invite Coach then. You invite Coach. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the live stream tonight. Here's the deal. We've had a good time tonight. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I really have. All right, I want to thank my moderators for hanging out and keeping you guys in the chat room from getting too carried away. All right, I honestly want to invite all of you guys to come to Mountain Readiness. It is going to be a big party. I know Moody lives local. I hope Moody can stop in and come visit with us again. But the price of this thing, my brother-in-law just dropped, it was like over $1,000 a ticket to go to a 3-day country music thing down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, where a bunch of different bands playing. $1,000 per ticket. And that, you understand, okay, that's entertainment, and that's fine, I got that. Mountain Readiness Expo, you're going to have a blast, but you're going to have a blast having a great educational experience. And you're going to meet like-minded Americans, and you're going to make friends that you didn't have before the event started. And for example, we met Crystal Leglet there. Crystal is a great, great American, super, super sweet lady. And she's coming to Mountain Readiness Expo. She's staying for all 5 days of the TR classes. She's one of my patrons, and I never would have met her if it wasn't for Mountain Readiness Expo. We are going to have us a great time. Steve, you're back.
I'm back. We're going to give a shout out to Miss Sarah Tays of Gun and Knife Country out of Oak Groves. She's at the gym, and she just sent me a text saying everybody at the gym is laughing their ass off. Thank you, Sarah. And gym people.
Gym people, get your buff on. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this live stream up. Why? Because my wife's reminding me that we've got to go to dinner. I think we're going to Farrell's. They've got some famous hamburgers there. Famous hamburgers. I love their hamburgers there. Anyways, guys, next Tuesday, I believe we'll be here, but the following one we will not. All right, so it's going to be awesome. And I will see you guys next week. Y'all take care and shoot straight.
Incoming right there.